I didn't think this was going to be a topic I'd make a video on, but I just got home from a bar after consuming some scrumptious nutrients, excitedly kicking my little legs in the high top, and was hypnotized by a very fascinating segment on the television there, on the tube, about the Sherrone Moore story. And I feel like that had to be a divine sign from God himself that I should yap about this further. Because I've only scratched the surface of the Sherrone Moore case on stream a few days ago. But the whole thing, like the meat and potatoes, is so wacky I can't help but blabber about it further. For those that don't know, Sherrone Moore is the former head coach of the Michigan football team. And in the course of 24 hours, his entire life came crumbling down, and Goonergate was fully opened into the wild life of Sherrone Moore and his uncontrollable, insatiable appetite to goon and cheat on his wife. Sherrone Moore is a married man. He has 3 kids of his own. It was revealed that he had been having a relationship with a staff member. It had apparently been going on for some time, and it began to sour, eventually coming to light. Once it did, things really started to spiral. It was getting flushed down the tubes real quick. He lost his position as the head coach of the Michigan football team. Within 24 hours, he broke into that staffer's apartment, grabbed some knives, and threatened to kill himself in front of her, blaming her, saying that his blood would be on her hands. He was then arrested for this, and now there is an Inside Edition clip to showcase what's coming next in all of this. And not only all of that, but it's also been revealed from some OnlyFans models that allegedly he had been messaging them. Apparently, even one time during halftime of their Ohio State game, looking for a bit of canoodling. According to one of the OnlyFans models, he was even trying to leverage a foursome.
It's a shocking image as embattled University of Michigan head coach Sherrone Moore makes his first court appearance today, a shell of the football leader he once was. During the hearing, the prosecutor detailed the harrowing allegations that Moore broke into the home of his executive assistant, Paige Shiver, and threatened to kill himself.
Now again, it's important to keep in mind, this all happened in like a day. The affair coming to light, him losing his job, him breaking into the house, him then getting arrested. This is like if there was a scene in Adam Sandler's Click where he fast-forwarded through his own downfall. This is an impressive speedrun for just how much he fucked up his life in one day. Now granted, the affair was over a long period of time. That was a conscious decision he made over and over again to cheat on his wife, betraying his wife and also his entire family. That didn't happen in just a day, but everything else did.
He came to her apartment, barged his way into that apartment, immediately then proceeded to a kitchen drawer, grabbed several butter knives and a pair of kitchen scissors, and began to threaten his own life. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to make you watch. My blood is on your hands.
That is some evil shit right there. That is downright diabolical. So he was clearly off his gourd after what had happened earlier that day, and I guess in this heated rage, broke into her apartment to do this and then grabbed a bunch of butter knives. Man's out here acting like he was fucking Zorro here with the 3-sword style, and then threatening to kill himself right there in front of her. That's unhinged. Like, that is just downright scary. This wasn't some kind of accident. He made these choices. Like, he cheated on his wife. Not only did he cheat on his wife, he did so with a staffer. And also, the woman here that he cheated with, she's no saint herself. She had to have known that Sherrone Moore was married. That's not exactly a secret. That is very open information. They have even been at the games, like his wife and kids. Like, she would have known that and still chose to engage in this affair with him. According to this report here, she received a pretty substantial salary bump, going up 55% as she was promoted to the executive assistant to Sherrone Moore. That's probably just a coinky-dink, though. I don't think there's any correlation between these two things. If I had to spitball a guess, I would say she got this promotion through, just really putting a lot of elbow grease and a lot of chutzpah into her previous position that Sherrone Moore couldn't help but promote her. I don't think it had anything to do with the two of them, with the extracurricular bedroom ham sandwiches they were making behind his wife's back. But yeah, Paige here is not exactly an angel. Again, there's no way she wouldn't have known that Sherrone Moore was married. That was not a secret, and even if he tried to lie about that to her, all she had to do was type his name in on Google, and you're immediately bombarded with pictures of his wife and his kids at the games and stuff. She probably even met them at some point, if I had to guess. Like, it's this whole thing from top to bottom is just sad. My heart breaks for his family. That is just the ultimate fucking betrayal.
He has been charged with home invasion, stalking, and breaking and entering. Bond was set at $25,000, and he will be required to wear GPS monitoring. He was also ordered not to have any contact with the woman. His lawyer, Joseph Simon, spoke to a crush of reporters.
Do you know where he's going to be able to stay after this? Is he going to be able to go home?
I'm just going to not answer that question.
Fair enough. Can you answer my question, please? How many OnlyFans models was he DMing to try and fuck? Please, any comment on the number there, because it seems like a very high quantity. This man was a turbo gooner. There's been a flood of claims from numerous OnlyFans models that he had messaged them, and he was apparently subscribed to tons of them paying a lot of money for the OnlyFans content. This dude was so deep in the goon that there's claims he even messaged an OnlyFans model during halftime of the Ohio State game earlier this year. This guy was fucking lost in it. He was actually just all consumed by the goon. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy somehow found a picture of my foot online and tried to subscribe to its OnlyFans page. And now, apparently, like, this is the most notable one. It comes from an OnlyFans model named Sorty. She claims that he paid for all her videos on the site, even offered her season tickets to Michigan football games in return for one-on-one interactions, which she declined. Apparently even extended an invitation to the championship game in Houston in 2024. There's additional claims about a foursome he was trying to set up with more OnlyFans models. It's just completely out of control. And watching all of this unfold has been nuts. Because like I said, all of this happened basically in a day. And now we're just getting fed even more information for just how much of a fucking gooner loser this guy was, that betrayed his family and ruined his whole life. A very promising career as Michigan's head football coach. And it's extremely hard to feel bad for him because all of it is his own choices he's made to cheat around behind his wife's back, to break into that woman's apartment, like all of that. Like, how do you feel bad for him when he's doing this kind of evil shit? Anyway, I just had to talk about this after seeing even more on Sherrone Moore while eating tonight. So yeah, I just wanted to yap on it. That's about it. See ya.